Hello, Kaplan86 here. I'm here to show you a little game I've been working on for roughly the past year. The game is called One Turret. One Turret is a factory tower defense game inspired by games like Ministry and the questionably long crafting trees from Terraria. You create a factory to create bullets for your one turret to defend against waves of robotic enemies. Here's the first ever beta export I could recover when I showed it to my friends. It's pretty simple. You can place on tiles and conveyors and they run. I had a simple crafting system. You put an item in and an item comes out, alongside being able to combine items. This version is pretty important since it sets the basis of how all the buildings will work and the menus. Also set the start of the general style the game will go. Then came version 0.4. In this I added double the items and this handy dandy crafting UI. The crafting UI allows you to see possible recipes for items you have obtained, which definitely supports the exploration of larger crafting trees. The ore system was also implemented, but I changed it later. Now on to the next version. We have a really cool main menu, and this customization thing that changes the color of tiles using shaders. Just a fun little addition that was slightly inspired off Pizza Tower since that was the game I was playing at the time. I also added this funky router, which was a pain to code. 0.6 is a special place in my heart, since that was when modding was added. Using some pretty simple folder management and JSON files and a tiny bit of images, you can add bullets and buildings pretty easily. You can download mods from GitHub, and inside of the example repository you can even access a modding wiki, which has guides on how to do pretty much everything possible with mods. Credit to my friend Reginald for that one. I also added the market building in this update, which may or may not have been really OP. Then I hosted a modding tournament. Sadly though, there was only 2 participants, so it wasn't much of a tournament. However, 2 really cool mods were made in the process, which I'm showing on screen. Then we have update 0.7. This update added maps and a whole lot of items. I also redid the base map into the forest map, but of course, you cannot have maps without a map editor. So yeah, I made a map editor. You're able to import any image for tiles and import an image for the singular decor piece on the map. You can also add pre-made factory loadouts, and you can edit all the data for the maps, such as ores, banned buildings, etc. You save these maps as OT map files, which are really just zip files, but we don't talk about that. Then we have this minor update, which could have very well been a major update, 0.7.2. This update adds the index, one of my favorite features in the game. Since there really isn't a wiki of any kind, other than the modding wiki, it will procedurally make one in the game. This accounts for modded items too, and has cool diagrams for crafting trees. Here's how I got the diagrams to work. So in my game, an item is either converted or combined. So we know that it will either be a straight line or a two-way division. Because of this, I made it so the system basically splits x-axes. So if an item comes from one source, just add that item a bit above and keep the area. If it's 2, then divide the area and move them accordingly to said area. So yeah, over a year of on and off development, it hasn't been easy, but it's honestly been really rewarding to build something like this. And now, here's how you can help. Like the video, playtest the game in the Discord server, or wishlist the game on Steam. See y'all next time.